hello to all our MSN Podcast TV watchers.
Listen, if you're wanting to get your business out there, you want to put your business on MSN Podcast or be a sponsor, you can make sure you send your info at onenessnetworktv.com.
Again,
that's info@onenessnetworktv.com. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to MSN Podcast TV, where we're here to motivate,
strengthen,
and network. I'm your host, Caliboi Jones.
And I'm your host, Monique Blue.
And man, I just got to tell y'all, I'm so glad to be up this morning.
Yes.
A great day to be alive, a great day to just, breathe air. We know there are a lot of people who are struggling with living right now, just day to day. But we're going to jump right into today's topic, first topic conversation. And, if you haven't been watching the news, you haven't been on social media, and maybe you've just been behind closed doors, rapper, actor DMX has been hospitalized due to a drug overdose and a heart attack. And right now he's in pretty much intensive care. They said he's at a vegetation state in his mind. Not sure if he's going to come out of it. It's very heartbreaking because for me, DMX is in my top 10 of rap artists when it comes to music. The guy has so many talents in his prayer. If you've never heard DMX pray, you should just open up your social media box and just type in DMX prayer.
Amazing.
I mean, on every album, whether it's in the beginning, the middle, or the end, but definitely in the end, he makes sure that he has a prayer that is between him and God. He's been battling, the drug addiction for a very long time. He actually just celebrated a birthday this year, turning 50.
That's right.
And it's amazing to see the longevity as an artist and a guy who can go anywhere without even really having security because he's that well respected.
And that humble.
Fame is something that never, and just in my opinion, and even from him saying it, just never went to his head. It was never about fortune and fame. He could just survive off of being the guy in the hood that, sold drugs or had a regular job. It wasn't about fame for him, but he loved to do what he does. And our hearts and minds, we're going to be talking about it for a good little minute. We both, Monique and I, have our own. I'm going to let Monique go ahead and tell this story that I just heard.
True story, which everything with me, true story. But I moved, as you know, to Jacksonville, Florida back in 1995. And I had a beautiful apartment in Harlem, 135th and Lennox Terrace.
Okay.
A lot of famous people. The Congressman Randall lives there, Roberta Flack. And I needed to sublet my apartment because I didn't want to get rid of it. Like, who wants to get rid of an apartment in Harlem? So a good friend of mine was in the music business. His name was Ignatius Jackson. You may have heard it. They called him Ice Pick. He was the manager for Jadakiss for all his years. And did some producing for Alicia Keys and some other people. And he says to me, I have this new group I'm working with. We have a whole movement going on, and I want to rent the apartment. And I said, sure. As long as it's for you, it's not for you to run a business out of.
Right.
No, I would never do that. It's for me. But I'm just gonna have a lot of work that I'll be doing there, making shirts and printing and this and that. And I said, well, what is the name of the company that you're working with or what you're starting? He's like, it's called Rough Riders. We have this lady, this young girl, her name's Eve. She's real sexy. And we got this rapper, DMX. He's real kind of rough and rugged. And she's like, we ride motorcycles. I'm like, yeah, whatever, just pay the rent, basically.
Right.
So, so I can tell you that he ran Rough Riders out of my apartment in Lennox Terrace.
Right.
Maybe 3 years later, when everybody was getting their fame up and at him and so much traffic was coming in, I did lose the apartment in Harlem. I did lose it. And unfortunately, my good friend J. Ignatius Jackson did die from prostate cancer a couple of years ago. And DMX shows up at the funeral. He also managed him, and he was, of course, distraught. angry because this was his longtime friend. But he never saw himself as a celebrity, as some do see him. So I think that the addictions and the battles with drugs, with alcohol, with personal life struggles that we all go through in marriages and relationships, it kind of just was one of those things where I'm human. You know, God knows my strengths and my weaknesses, and this is how I deal. I don't ask you to look at me. I'm not trying to be that example for you. I'm trying to give where I can give, but at the same time, you know, I just want to be looked at as the normal average person. Because I do have a talent, which a lot of people have talents. He did not want to be seen for that. He wanted to just be seen as, you know, I'm DMX. This is who I am. Accept me, love me. And it's just 50, young. Young. I'm not ashamed to say I'll be 50 this year. Come on. But and so we grew up in that same, of course, the age level. The music for me is very inspirational in the sense of it was themes for different and current then events in my life. You know, everything that they did, even down to Faith Evans and him, it just all fit. And I cannot imagine what it's like to have had an addiction that you cannot shake. And addictions don't have to be drugs. They don't have to be heroin. They don't have, you know, it could be alcohol. It could be bad, toxic relationships. Just different, we all have different walks of life and things that we're addicted to that we haven't had the help, or maybe we just haven't had the strength to say no more. Or, you know, some of us just feel like we need something. And for him, we don't know what that man was going through. You know, but all you can do is just is pray and stay prayerful for him and for his family. And you know, it's just it's unfortunate because when you talk about a talent and you talked about him praying, he was on an episode, a show with Vanessa Bell Caliboi,
also Dr. Phil,
and to see the words that come out of his mouth about not being that perfect man and the struggles of what you go through in life, and God just guide me on my way. And if I was to leave here today, I mean, everything is just how he spoke and how he rapped, but that was coming from his heart. It just makes it seem almost, I don't want to say eerie, but it's like he knows his walk, he knows his journey, he knows what he's experienced and seen, and he knows that when that time comes, he is at peace with whatever the decision of, you know, the man above would make. So I mean, we can stay prayerful and keep him in our prayers. But whatever is to happen, it's already decided. And I just hope that, you know, God willing, this brother comes out of this, that this would be the ultimate sign to other people to say, okay, you know what, it's time to change some things. You only have one life. You only have one life, and I don't know, you know, everybody has their own addictions and own things. You have them, I have them, things that we have no control over, things that we try to have control over. And you just hope that in this one life that God gives you, you can try to make most of the right decisions to better and feed yourself. You know, this is your body, this is your temple. You put poison in it, you're going to get poison out of it. You know, you put good things in it, you get good things out of it. But sometimes, you know, you put the wrong things in, not realizing it and thinking that, okay, it's just this one time, or this is just what I need at this time. And sometimes all you need is just to take a step back and just take a break. And a break is not, unfortunately, drug addiction.
I think when it comes down to the music, for me, with him, I'm trying not to get teary-eyed, because I get, you know how you get close to people that you have never met, but their lives in some type of way inspires you to do better, want better, live better. And like I said, he's in my top 10. I remember the first time I heard DMX, I was like, yo, I've never been like this real New York fan of rappers, but when I heard him, you know, no disrespect to no rapper, it just took me some time because I'm from the South, so it took me some time to warm up to those outside.
It was real.
It was real. It struck me like lightning, and I was like, they was like, who are you listening to? I said, you don't know what this is? Good. You know, and I had an advantage to some of my friends who was like, nah, I don't dig that New York. I said, you like this cat though. But you know, he had a way, his character, his his aura about himself, like being truthful about, this is my struggle. You know, if you can't be real about what you're struggling with, then you just ain't real. He had a way of letting you know, I struggle with drugs. You know, he hadn't too long just got out of prison for about, I think, 1 year and 3 months.
That's right.
And he was clean. And I think sometimes when people who have drug addictions and they go to prison.
And I think we just spoke about this. You said if they just sort of stayed a year longer,
something toxic, you know, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, you know, being able to, being weaned off of it. Because some people go to jail and they have a whole turnaround. They were on drugs and they don't want to touch that stuff no more. It gives you a whole new perspective on life and what you want to do with it when you have no control over your life. So you're in prison and everything is the time you get up, the time you eat, the time you walk the yard. I'm saying everything is what someone else tells you to do. It's almost like becoming a child. All over again.
When I was a child, I did childish things, and it's kind of like I have to then say, you know what it's like to be an adult. You know what it's like to have freedom. So, God, when I get it again, I'm going to do so much with it. You mentioned Tupac. You said if Tupac was only in jail another year, then it could have saved his life from being, somewhere else. I mean, we know we have no control over that, right?
And it's just a thought that goes to your mind. It's like, man, if they could have just stayed in jail, nobody wants to be in prison, period. You know, to be locked behind bars, away from your family and friends. But just to think of the outcome that could have happened. We don't know what the expected end was besides of what we've seen that happened in 1996 and 97 dealing with Biggie. But just the expected end of DMX, just 1 year and 3 months, I think it was, and him being able to come out maybe a whole nother year, maybe even 9 more months, just to say that he's clean and to be able to push through. I mean, he's put on a lot of weight since he's been out.
He looks really good.
And I was like, man, that's the DMX I'm used to seeing, that ready to go for it. I was looking forward for him to do more movies. I
love him.
But here's a talk. This is a talk. It's like, when it comes time to filming, y'all will go on his time. Cause he finna go get some remote control speed cars. We finna go get something to eat. We finna chill. We finna smoke one. Then I'm ready. Yeah. It's like, the shoot started 5 hours ago. We still waiting on him, but when he gets on that camera, it's a person you've never seen before. Magical. He brings everything to life, and I just, I have so much respect for this guy. Like, he's come to Orlando so many times, and I've missed it every time.
Listen, you have to. You really have to. Even when you talk about the music and the lyrics, and no disrespect to what we're hearing now and everything that the musicians.
It ain't the same.
Okay.
It's not the same.
Hello? Hey, baby, you gotta get me up out of here. I was born to be free. I need these shackles off of me. Everybody in here talking about call Unshackle Me bail bonds. And you gotta call them. They number 904-438-5900. That's 904-438-5900. Call them now, baby. Get me up out of here quick. He got leaked. I ain't sitting in this jail cell for too long. Get Unshackle Me bail bonds on the phone. 904-438-5900. They'll get me out quick. Give them the money. 136 East Union Street on the corner of Noonan by Burger King. Just ask for Billy or Tiffany so I can scream out Unshackle Me. 904-438-5900. Unshackle Me. 904-438-5900. 904-438-5900. 904-438-5900. We'll help you, your friend, or a loved one get out of jail as fast as possible. Guaranteed. Because you was born to be free, call Unshackle Me bail bondsman at 904-438-5900. Located at 136 East Union Street in Suite number 3, Jacksonville, Florida 32202. Open 24/7. Visit us on social media at Unshackle Me Bail Bond. Also visit our website at www.unshacklemebailbonds.com.
Unshackle me, bail bond. Unshackle me, bail bond. Unshackle me, bail bond. Yeah, unshackle me, bail bond. 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 Unshackle me, bail bond.
Look up to you. And, you know, as he's admitted to, you know, to everybody on the stage of a platform, you know, like I said, he was on Dr. Phil last year and, you know, just speaking about his whole struggle with drugs, the struggle with, you know, once I'm done with a show, I got to go get high. I'm in the ruggedest, dirtiest club with anybody and everybody, you know, and I'm just a regular dude. But what y'all see me as, I don't see that. I'm just here to have a good time. And Pac was like that too. Pac had that same attitude. I'm gonna go anywhere where if it's down under, you can catch me there. I'm not so much of a star that I can't come amongst my people who help me get me to where I am, that I can't party with y'all.
Sometimes that's good and sometimes
that's bad. Yeah,
sometimes
it is.
Sometimes bad. Sometimes I feel like a certain level in your life, and it doesn't have to be financially, but just at a certain level of things that you're doing and maturity, you have to grow away from some of those habits and some of those things.
Yes, I want to say that's kind of the same thing with Nipsey Hussle. He stayed in the same hood. You know, he lived outside the hood, but he stayed in the area where he was helping, trying to build a community. He was trying to do positive things, and all of them want to do positive things. It's just that people can't stand the positive that you're doing because you used to do this. You used to be a part of this gang. Now you were out here trying to be clean cutting. No, that people have a right to change their lives. There's no way that an artist or any individual who decided, oh, I used to sell drugs, I used to be in a gang, that I should have to stay in this. I want better for my life. My eyes are open now.
But with everything comes sacrifice. So sometimes even though you want to go back and you want to help your community or help people in your community and give jobs to people and employ them, sometimes, you know, when you've had hatred and you've been in gangs, there's some things you have to make that fine decision. Okay, I live here, but I want to work here. Well, how about I live here and I build a building that is dedicated to A, B, and C, but I get other people to work there. Right. And then I visit that community every now and then. Right. Because, you know, the more good you do, the more some people want to wish bad on you. Right. And if you're not going the opposite way like a DMX did or someone else did, then they're like, hey, you know what? This guy's luck is going too well. This girl's luck is going too well. Let me bring them down to where I am. Right. Let me let them know that I'm still here and I don't know how to get where they're at. So therefore, I'm going to shake the world up a little. Right. I'm going to shake it up a little and make them mad or make them disappear. And then what do y'all have to love? Who do you have to love? All you have is a mural on a building that someone painted. I mean, there's some evil out there. Some real evil people. And the other thing I wanted to say, when we talk about hundreds of people showing up for DMX and nurses and family and ex-wives and current girlfriends or fiancés and children and just, you know, drones of people and just the community as a whole, because New York, we love big. Yeah. We've gone through 9/11. We've gone through some stuff. And, you know, it's like, hey, we're resilient with it. Right. But where's your resilience when you see this brother down and all we can say is, oh, he's back on that stuff again? Where's your resilience for love and to be able to pull someone out? Where's your resilience even as exes, you know, that all we can think about is the negative or what the person didn't do or what the child support was and blah, 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 blah. I'm a woman. I know how women can be. We can all be catty. I am Petty LaBelle. Do you hear me? That's my ex-husband. I am petty. He's like, you so petty. Yes, I am. But at what point do we see a brother down, man down, and we reach that hand out and we lift them up without expecting $1 or something else in the other hand, just to kind of bring them up. So the same love you're having to want him to pull through. If the brother pulls through, have that same love. Yeah. Have that same support unconditionally. No matter what he or she may be going through, you want to have that same feeling you feel now. Don't feel it when you feel somebody's on the end and they're hanging off the cliff and you grabbing that hand and you're trying to pull them back and you got people behind you. Yeah. You know, you have to kind of recognize and know that always. Don't turn your back on people. I think because maybe he wouldn't be like this if he had more people. If he had more support. Mm-hmm.
My name is Renata Thomas. I am the founder of No Longer Bound by the Pain. I help women find their power and their purpose and getting their freedom back. I speak to women who've been mentally, physically, and emotionally sexually abused. My contact information is 904-674-7771. My email address is renatathomas246@gmail.com.
Still don't have an optimized website for your business, product, or music? Or do you have a website and need to drive more traffic to your website? Take advantage of this awesome offer. $99 gets you a fully optimized website and only $39 per month after that. If you have a website, you would only pay $39 to get started. Email us today. That's markethouseonline@gmail.com and have your optimized website up and running within 72 hours. No contracts, cancel anytime. Includes domain name, SEO, SSL, web design, and more. That's markethouseonline@gmail.com. All your marketing needs under one roof. markethouseonline.com.
The Phone Depot, located in Gateway Shopping Center behind DTLR. We buy, sell, trade, unlock, and repair phones. Come see us today. Looking to build your credit? Then come finance your mobile device with the Phone Depot by Boss City. Using your current mobile device, text now 47881 to the number 22462 to apply now. We look forward to helping you get your new mobile device today. The Phone Depot by Boss City Depot, located at 5238-21 Norwood Avenue, Jacksonville, Florida, located in Gateway Shopping Center. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sundays, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m.
I just wanted to say thank you to the Phone Depot by Ball City. Did a fantastic job in a lot less time than I ever expected, and certainly much cheaper. Thanks so much, guys.
Give us a call at 1-844-422-3376. That's 844-422-3376. Also visit us on social media at Boss City Depot.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, MSN Podcast TV, where we're here to motivate,
strengthen, and network.
Listen, today it was a great show. A little emotional. I'm telling y'all, when I talk about people who really touch me, yeah, I get a little teary-eyed. I
had to help them out.
Yeah, she pouted my eyes a little bit during the break. But anyway, listen, we just want to make sure we send our prayers and our thoughts and well wishes to the Simmons family, aka DMX. You know, we praying for you, bro. We want you to come through this. We want the family to be rectified and healed through this whole situation. It's just hard, but at the same time, we're gonna give a moment of silence right now, just to let you know that we're thinking about it. Now, with that being said, y'all make sure y'all keep the Simmons family in your prayers.
Who's our sponsors today?
Oh, we got some good sponsors today.
Yep. EXP Realty.
If you're looking to buy a house, make sure you hit up EXP Realty.
And Unshackled Bail Bond.
Take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. If you're tired of being in jail and you need to get a good bail bonding, y'all need to hit them up.
Shackle Me Bail Bonds.
Shackle Me Bail Bonds. And before we get out of here, we're going to give our motivational quote for today. We're going to let the beautiful Miss Monique Blue take off first.
I thought about this today, especially with us dedicating our time and our power to DMX and everything that he's going through, and others that are going through that addiction as well. It is the meaning of life is not to be rich, being popular, being highly educated, or being perfect. It's about being real, being humble, being strong, and being able to share ourselves and touch the lives of others. It is only then that we could have a full, happy, and contented life. Remember, it's okay to give a part of yourself, but know why we're really here. Know what the real meaning of life is to you. Everyone's is different, but just know that if you see someone in need, that's a part of it, helping others.
Right. And mine is offenses build prisons of unforgiveness. Walk in glory. When God wants something done, he will use anything and anybody for his glory. And our brother DMX is one of those people he has most definitely used in the spotlight of his life. Don't take life for granted. Everything that you have, it can easily be taken away. Don't be boastful. Don't think that you're up above anybody, because you're not. We're all human, and we all put our pants on one leg at a time.
That's right.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we thank y'all for joining us this morning. It's been a roller coaster ride for this morning, you know, talking about DMX.
But we're here.
But we're here, we're surviving, we're living. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap. I love y'all. There's nothing you can do about it. As long as you have faith, commitment, and love, anything is possible. This is MSN Podcast TV.
What did we do today? Did we motivate?
We got to motivate them. We got to strengthen them. And we're going to network with y'all. So y'all make sure y'all get in that deal. Make sure y'all catch us every Monday morning at 4 a.m. on the CW17, Roku, Oneness Network, Hulu, and YouTube. If you would like to be a part of this program, please email us at onenessnetworktv.com, and we make sure we get in touch with y'all. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, love each other, love yourselves, and just be kind. Talk to y'all later.
Take care of you and your families. Bye-bye. To all our MSN Podcast TV watchers.
Listen, if you're wanting to get your business out there, you want to put your business on MSN Podcast or be a sponsor, you can make sure you send your info at onenessnetworktv.com.
Again?
That's info@onenessnetworktv.com.
My name is Renata Thomas. I am the founder of No Longer Bound by the Pain. I help women find their power and their purpose and getting their freedom back. I speak to women who've been mentally, physically, and emotionally sexually abused. My contact information is 904-674-7771. My email address is renatathomas246@gmail.com.
Signatures Hair Design Academy, located at 1115 Blanding Boulevard, Suite 204 in Orange Park, Florida, specializing in all hair textures and types. Stylists have over 25 years in the hair care industry, so for all of your hair, nail, or skincare needs, call Shirley Edie at 904-592-7914 or 904-444-1215, because it's all for the beautiful you.
She got that check, she got that check, she got that